might I add. But let's talk about a game that actually like has like implication and storylines and ones that wasn't just fucking straight disappointment. Um, the Chargers took on the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm gonna set the table for this one. The Kansas City Chiefs needed to win this game to
Oh.
stay alive for their playoff hopes. They also needed Texans to not win. They also needed another team to not win. I'm blanking on the team right now. They
Jaguars.
needed the Jaguars to lose as well, and they also needed the Bills to lose. All the
And everyone
teams
won.
that I mentioned have won, so that means they needed to win to stay alive. The Chargers beat the Chiefs. Mahomes sacrificed his fucking knee to try to win this game, and it wasn't enough. The football god said no, and the Chargers are 10-4, and the Chiefs have been officially knocked out of playoff contention for the first time in 11 years. Just, why are you dancing? Why are you dancing, Just? Come on. What? It's not, oh, whoa, am I dancing too?
Because fuck
Hold
them.
on. Yeah, the party
Fuck them.
started. America,
Dancing on the
get the
Brave right now.
party started. Hey, hey. Raise the roof. Hey. Not the Lombardi. Raise the roof, baby. Not the Lombardi. Hey.
Cancun.
Cancun.
Oh, shake it off. Oh, shake it off. Shake it off. You'll be fine.
Shit, he gotta get married soon. He gotta go.
Yeah, he got to leave
It's
football.
wedding season.
You know what I mean?
Hey, ow. I love weddings. So I can't wait. I can't wait.
And, you know, the Chiefs and the Super Bowl were like a marriage that I thought would never be broken. You know what I mean? I thought they would never get a divorce. I thought they'd always be there. They'd always be right there. But this year it was different. It was so different. And it wasn't the same old dominance. Even when they were bad a couple of years ago, they were like 6-6 as well. They still found a way to win like 10 or 11 games, right? They still found a way to show off that dominance and come back. But this year, man, it was different. They just weren't up to par with all these other teams that were just good too. And they struggled a lot against talented teams. Tough.
Yeah, I mean, we spoke with them at length this year about their problems and their issues. It wasn't good enough. I think it eventually caught up to them. The teams got better around them. They kind of stayed pretty stagnant into where they were, and it worked. And they had the best quarterback in the NFL, and they had the best coach in the NFL, and they had the best tight end. They had a dynamic offense, but teams adjusted. They got better. They built defenses to get better, which is a testament to the Chiefs. But yeah, I think and Mahomes has been hurt for a while. It's sad that he tears both his ACL and MCL. That sucks. So he's gonna be out for a long time. But I think Kansas City, everyone gets their due. Everyone has their date. It's how you come back from it. So I think they clearly need to kind of let the young guys take over. They need to, allow some of the older veterans to kind of be phased out. I wouldn't be opposed to the idea if Mahomes is going to be out for a long period of time to trading away most of the team this year, getting younger, getting draft picks, and letting him come back to, kind of a semi-retooled team. That's not necessarily good or bad, but just kind of different. I think when you lose, you need to change. I think if you're the Chiefs, it's time to get rid of the old guard and bring in something new. So, Travis Kelce, I don't know what his decision is going to be, but I think a guy like Chris Jones, I think a lot of players on that defense, I think, maybe Rashid Rice, I could potentially see getting traded for a high pick. I wouldn't be opposed to that. I think everybody but Mahomes is untouchable. And I think if Andy Reid wants to continue coaching, that's also his decision as well. I think it would be in their best interest to kind of retool this team and kind of get more draft picks, get younger, get faster, get better. Because that's what everybody else did around them.
And, like, something about the Chiefs, like, they've had like the same team for like it feels like 5 years.
Forever.
Right?
Because it has been.
It feels like every single year it's like the same players, the same guys making the plays, and fatigued. That's it. Like these guys can't be great forever, right? They had their run. They did what they needed to do. They got how many Super Bowls? They got 3 Super Bowls, a lot of appearances, right? It's not like these guys, weren't able to do anything. They were able to make greatness, a dynasty. And sometimes the dynasties need to fall in order to build up a new guard. And it's kind of like apropos that like Mahomes like suffers this injury. Prayers up to Mahomes, speedy recovery. Hopefully the rehab goes well and he's able to come back full strength, the MVP like we know he is. It's kind of like, damn, like the Chiefs' kingdom falls when the true leader finally falls. Like he finally fell, to like, he's beaten teams in the Super Bowl. He's lost in the Super Bowl. He's lost in AFC Championship games. But when it, like, you always felt like they were still right there. They were always there. Constant presence. Now it feels like, damn, like the Chiefs' kingdom is finally falling apart because he fell. Why am I talking about him like he's like Jesus or something? Like he's Patrick Mahomes fell. He fell. Right. Like
all right, Chris Collinsworth.
He got injured. So I think.
Well, I think he fulfills that.
No, go ahead.
Sorry, keep going.
No. You go.
I was gonna say I think it feels that it's true that some even with a great quarterback you need a team.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just can't be him.
Yeah. And
maybe once upon a time that worked, and now look, because we saw him do great things, Mahomey things. He can't be the only one doing Mahomey things, and it paid. It now it's just So no, I'm all with Daniel. They have to retool. They have to do something for him. He can't come back to just like nothing. He can't be the only offense. He just can't. Like they have to do something. He's still young. He's got a lot in him, so you can't waste it. And I think Andy Reid is coming back. He's not retiring anytime soon.
If he comes back and Rashid Rice is still immature, Travis Kelce is still slow as dirt, the offensive line still sucks, and they have no run game,
I think he's retiring
he might stay
now.
hurt.
I think because Mahomes gonna be out for like most of next season, and if you're Travis Kelce, you have to think about it. Am I gonna? What does that mean for me next season? With a new quarterback, it's gonna be easier for them to put me away now because Pat's not on the field. So it's like, am I trying to stay there for that? And then wait another year for him to come back?
Probably not.
So do I have 2 more years left? Not just and I just think his time has probably come too.
Yeah. And I think like this offense of the Chiefs has kind of come to as well. Like before Kareem Hunt had that whole kicking scandal, their run game was like good. Kareem Hunt was the guy. And then they haven't had a good running game for like years. It's been years since Mahomes was able to rely on a good running game. The receivers, after Tyreek Hill left, right, we're trying to make up ground with Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy. You drafted him high, and you got Travis Kelce still, and, you're trying to make it work, but you need that true X factor. And I think Rashee Rice is a great X factor. Can't be the only one. I think Xavier...
got to stay on the field.
Yeah, I think Xavier Worthy, we have to explore different ways to get him the ball or his development because he just has been very underwhelming in this offense. He just has. I think for me, if I am the Chiefs, you could give Steve... I feel like the development of their players, you could draft defense late in the draft and still get the most out of these guys with the coaching staff that they have. The player development's really good. If I'm them, I try to get big-name offensive weapons. I try to get whoever is the hottest shit since sliced bread on the free agent market, and I bring them over to Kansas City and pay them a lot of money. Because what made Patrick Mahomes so electric during those Super Bowl runs was he had Tyreek Hill. He had Kareem Hunt. He had Travis Kelce. He had guys who are gadget speedster guys who are actually like real competent at making these plays, right? And getting deep down the field, getting vertical. So they just need to retool that offense because Mahomes can't keep doing this shit to where he is the one doing everything. He needs that supporting cast. Just like any quarterback does, right? Joe Burrow has his Jamar Chase. Josh Allen has his fucking bungalow of guys in James Cook. And Lamar Jackson has like 2 tight ends and a hope and a dream. You know what I mean? Like, Mahomes can't sustain this level of excellence without guys who are on his same level at a different position. And Travis Kelce's fallen off. Tyreek Hill was that guy. Traded him. Rashee Rice isn't there yet. Xavier Worthy's definitely not there. The running game's definitely not there. You need guys who are 1A at their position in order for this Chief offense to be really fucking humming again. Respectfully.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think they gotta get younger.
Yeah.
Gotta get more hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Bring in. I don't think this is the case, but maybe it's something. Maybe you bring in guys who haven't won a ring, who haven't have that hunger and that desire. Because a lot of this team has done that. So maybe there's like this idea of like, we're good. I got my 3-4 rings. I'm good. I'm set. I don't need to really do too much. You have guys who haven't won anything. They're hungry. Like the Bills, that's a hungry team right there.
Mm-hmm.
They want to win that ring. The Bengals that one year, they were hungry. The Eagles last year were hungry to win that ring. There's this feeling from the Chiefs where it's like I don't feel that from them sometimes. So maybe bringing guys who haven't won anything or like have that desire. Like you keep guys who have won it. Obviously, you need those players on the team, but your key position players should, I think shouldn't. I don't know. I think like it's an idea to them to get more hungry, more passionate, and bringing guys like that.
Yeah. Jess,
to feed that fire again.
Yeah. Jess, how do you feel about the Mahomes dynasty coming to an end, coming to a close at this point? And what do you think like the future, like for the Chiefs, might look like after this year?
It's gonna look grim for the near future. It's gonna look a little grim. Mm-hmm. My brother was saying that maybe this is time for Andy Reid to retire. You don't have Mahomes anymore. You have to suffer through building up another quarterback. Travis Kelce may retire, so maybe it's time for him to retire. Maybe they actually go through a true fucking rebuild, and the only anchor they still have is Patrick Mahomes. But I don't think that's gonna happen. It's gonna look ugly for the next year or two. But I think their dynasty is over. He may win another Super Bowl, but it's not going to be a dynasty. Like that's everyone's time has come and gone. The Patriots were able to do it for 20 years. You did it for 5. Other people are on the come up. People are just getting better. It looks like Josh Allen's going to get his. We don't know what they'll do next year. If Burrow gets on a better team with a better, like who knows? Mm-hmm. So I just think it's over for this dynasty. I don't see them coming back because you are going to have to rebuild, and that's not going to be pretty. And Patrick Mahomes is getting older. So, sayonara.
And like,
bro.
And like we were dancing in the beginning, and like because like the Chiefs were so dominant, so it's always like it's kind of nice to see the dominant force who would just fucking shove down our throats every.
Yeah, of course
week.
They're in everyone's way.
Yeah.
So I don't feel bad for them.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that.
I don't feel bad for them. Let them go by.
Yeah.
You remember the last time the Jets won a Super Bowl? You remember the year the Jets won a Super Bowl? Their last Super Bowl? 1969.
1969. Nice.
Super Bowl number 3.
They'll be fine.
Nice.
They'll be fine. They'll be able to coast off this dynasty for the next 15 years in reputational eyes. So
yeah.
I don't feel bad for them. I don't feel sorry for them. I mean, I feel bad for Pat. I'm sorry that he got hurt. That fucking sucks. Absolutely. Because you don't know what type of player he will be when he comes back.
For the fan base, go kick rocks. I've been doing that for 21 years. Okay, go kick rocks.
Yeah, so I think it's gonna be it's good. They're gonna be on the struggle bus, and I think the Eagles knocked off that shine in the Super Bowl. They brought them back down to earth. They let everyone know. Look at these motherfuckers. Look at them.
It really was the beginning of the end
on the biggest stage. Their biggest time. They look at what they slipped through their hands. 3 Super Bowls in a row. Look at what these don't be afraid of these people. And look, and I think it hurt their fucking ego. It hurt them a lot because they never recovered. They're in the Super Bowl hangover. This was their year. Last year was the Niners' years. They couldn't recover from that shit. And this year was the Chiefs' year. They couldn't recover from losing the Super Bowl. It exposed a lot. It's over. It's done. Pack it up. Get new blood in here. And just start building. Just think for the future. That's it. R.I.P.
All I know is that tomorrow on First Things First, Nick Wright's going to be in a coffin.
Yo, the bit they did last week when he came in on the stretcher, yo, I was cracking up.
Listen, he's got to be in a coffin now. It's the only way it
That
makes
was
sense.
hilarious.
They have to hold a funeral for him.
It's definitely going to be a funeral. Definitely going to be a funeral.
Oh, God. Well, shout out to the Chargers, though. Big win.
Big
Playoff
win. Playoff team. 10 wins.
Yeah, I didn't think they were gonna do that. Like when I saw the Chiefs were winning, I was like, oh yeah, the Chargers, they can't play in the fucking cold. Not this type of cold. And actually, no. Which was more proof.
You've been wrong
Which was
about
more
two
proof
teams.
that the Chiefs were done.
You've been proven wrong about 2 teams back-to-back weeks, Jess. The Texans and the Chargers. Both went into Arrowhead and both won.
I was wrong. But this is what I'm saying. Like the writing's on the wall. Boogeyman is out to pasture now.
Better teams are beating you. They're just better, younger, faster, hungry. Have genuinely really good defenses too. Like Chargers defense ain't nothing to slouch at. They play really well and they're young. They're fast. They fly to the ball. So do the fucking Texans. So do the Broncos. Like there's just too much talent in the Chiefs' way, and they've kind of stayed the same. They haven't really evolved.
Well, they went on that notion, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Mm.
As long as Mahomes can still be Mahomes, and we have Andy Reid, we have those two. Our defense has, helped as much as they could. We got Kelsey right here. We don't really need to make too many changes, except get out the loudmouths like Tyreek Hill, because he's gonna fuck up our flow.
And they won a
And did
Super
he really
Bowl
fuck
without
up
him.
their flow?
Won a Super Bowl without him.
Mm-hmm.
Next year they won
Yeah.
a Super Bowl. So,
But their offense has never really been the same.
no.
And what if he had someone like Tyreek Hill this year?
Game changer.
You heard Tyreek wanted out of Miami. You didn't want to put a phone call in?
Nope.
Say, hey, you want to come back?
Nope. We're not spinning that block again, Tyreek. I'm sorry. Unfortunately. You like Miami, no taxes.
You
Sorry.
can't tell me they don't miss him.
Of course they.
You can't tell me Mahomes like, damn, I miss this motherfucker.
Of course they miss him a little bit. But, like, I feel like...
Well, they never replaced him.
Like...
So they're missing something.
They tried.
Like,
look how that...
I feel like the Chiefs are going to find a way to get a good running back. And try to get that run game going.
Oh, God, if they sign Breece Hall.
And he turns into fucking gold.
But I could see a 3-year, $45 million, and they give him fully guaranteed. I could see it. They would do that shit. They would.
Mm-hmm. Did Jefferson just score a touchdown?
Oh, Godspeed.
Ah, false start. Wow, the Vikings shooting themselves in the foot once again. Illegal formation, excuse me.
Real quick, I was giggling before because I just looked at the division standings real quick for the AFC. What is it? West?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? West, right? You have the Broncos, who have, did it right, rebuilt right, got a young quarterback, built their defense up. The Chargers got a good head coach in there, got a good young quarterback, built their defense up. Then you have the Las Vegas Raiders, who just stay being ass, even though the entire time that the Chiefs were on top, the Raiders never moved. They just stayed lateral the whole time. God, what an organization!
And you know what's funny? The Chiefs without Mahomes are still better than the fucking Raiders.
Yeah,
still better. They're gonna be right back there next year. They don't fucking do shit to think about. Like, it's crazy, man.
They got whopped by Philadelphia today too. They got whopped.